Good evening, Soul Tribe. Tracy here with Sweet Spot e-magazine. Thank you so very much for the likes, the shares, views, subscribes, comments, donations, everything. I appreciate it all. Let's go ahead and ring this bell. Let's clear out this energy and let's see what the message the Spirit has for us this evening. Sound like there was a little bit of fright, a little bit of intrigue, and a whole lot of karma. Bottom of the deck, miracles. I feel like somebody's praying for a miracle because they know what type of life that they led. Now they're praying for a miracle, trying to find a way out. Yeah, somebody, now they desire to be healed. Now they want to be set free. Now they want to be away from whatever it was. and them trying to leave is causing so much chaos. It's causing so much chaos because you know what? Secrets will be revealed. And these are secrets that have been not just one or two or three. No, this is something that somebody can be blackmailed about. Yeah, they were getting pleasure out of this, having like two sides, the light side, the side that you saw, but then that side that you didn't know even existed. And that's the one that it was getting pleasure with. Yep. So now somebody's not really feeling it. They're feeling it, but they don't want to feel it. What's the message? Yeah, I'm telling you. Then these are not even together anymore. There's several cards in between. But these secrets are coming out. And it wasn't just one or two, it was a whole bunch of secrets. It was plots and plans and manifestos and everything. Directions, directives, pledges, promises, passwords, NDAs, all of it. What's the message? Yeah, now somebody wants to start all over from the ground up. They want to start over. They want to rebuild themselves because they know they have got themselves in quite a quandary. Everybody is looking at everything that they was doing. Everybody was looking at everything that they was doing. But everybody's also looking at you too. And what they see about you is how happy you are. How unbothered you are. How unconcerned you are. How you're just worrying about manifesting more love. Love for self. Love for others. Love for humanity. And you're no longer focused on them. Well, that has created some sort of rage. Like, how dare they not concentrate on me? They concentrated on me. They put so much love, attention, and energy into me for all this time. And now they finally cut it off. And then somebody starts thinking about it, what they just said. You put so much time, attention, love, care, dedication, loyalty. Put all that time and didn't receive any in return. And now they're sad. Now they're in grief because they're thinking about the life that they lived while you were sitting idly by. That they were just working on their own desires, not worrying about you. But what they didn't realize about you is while they was out there doing that, what do you think you was doing? The tables were turning. You were starting to heal yourself. You saw the value of liberating yourself. And then, as if by storm, a miracle was born. You. And that is where the problem lies. Like I said, secrets are coming out. They can't help but to come out because it even says everything that goes on in the dark is going to come out to the light. It's just a matter of time. It could be seconds, it could be minutes, it could be hours, it could be days, weeks, months, it could be years, it could be decades. But it's going to come out. Yeah. Everything that this person did in the dark is going to come out to the light. Everything. This person can't hide it if they wanted to. That's why they want to start over. Because they know everything that they did in the dark is about to come out to the light. They resisted healing. That crumb snatcher betrayed you. Tried to give you less than what you were even worth. And now somebody wants to surrender. Now somebody wants to remind you that y'all are connected. Oh, okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad that you realize this now. I'm glad that you have come to terms. But before we get together, before we celebrate, before we have that kumbaya moment, I'm going to need you to do me one little favor. Just one teensy thing. Un poquito little favor. I'm going to need you to take some time. As much time as you need. As much time as you feel that you deserve and desire. But as much time as you need to fucking level up. To get on my level. Because there's certain things that can no longer be accepted, will no longer be tolerated, will not even be entertained. So, if you want some of this good juju, I'm going to need you to go and do what you got to do. Level up. Now somebody's upset that they even resisted, that they was playing all these little childish ass games, that they was following somebody who was acting like they was 15 or 16 or 12 or 13 or something like that. Now somebody's understanding that, you know what? They wasted all that damn time showing exactly how immature, insecure, and upset at themselves that they were. Instead of them working on themselves and getting ahead and putting all this past, they chose to stay stuck on that merry-go-round. And guess what? Now that they sit here and they come into terms with everything, they see that they are no further now than they were back then. However many days, weeks, months, or years, or decades ago. In fact, when they really look at it, when they really think about it, the intellect, the maturity level, the intelligence, the reasoning, the comprehension is the exact same of where they were back then. If they think about it, if they pay attention. What's the message? Yes, somebody. And the thing is, somebody was ashamed of you because you know what, you love everybody. You could be a very, in tune to people type of person. You love everybody. And somebody act like they was ashamed of you. They ain't ashamed of you now. Truth be told, they want you forgiven. They want your forgiveness. It was your intuition. It was your intuition that kind of freaked them out, because sometimes you would say shit and they would even be telling you about that. You say shit to be so spot on. That's why they was afraid to surrender. That's why they was afraid to go with you, because it was creepy to them. But now shit is coming to them that they deserve, that they definitely deserve, that they brought to them, because that was a negative energy that they put out to you. But now that shit is coming back to them, and they see how hard it is, because everything that they did to you is definitely coming back to them. And they see how hard it is, how large, how broad your shoulders actually were to carry that load. Now somebody is having an awakening. Now somebody sees you for who you really are. Somebody sees that they should have represented you. They shouldn't have been afraid to stand up and say, yeah, no, I'm with this person. I don't give a shit if there's 20 other people on that side. If this person stands alone, I'm standing right next to him. But see, that was in their self-sabotage season, whenever they didn't know who they were. They was afraid to see who they were. They was afraid to look in that mirror. They was afraid to use their voice. They were cowards. They were weak. They were timid. They were young. They were stuck back there. Hey, Braxy. Hey, James and Biscuit. And this person understands why you said no. Now, before you try and come back around her, you need to level up, grow up, wise up, mature up, something up, 7 up. Well, I don't know. Something need to happen. Somebody wanted to punish you with silence. All they did was show you how to live without them. Duh. What's the message, Spirit? They want to be ashamed of you. Well, now, what they're really ashamed of is this. Everybody knowing all that shit. Everybody knowing all they dirty ass laundry. Everybody seeing what season they was in. And not just season, what season they was in. But this motherfucker was talking loud about you too. Saying this, saying that. Exaggerating, making up shit. Making shit up that don't even make sense. and can't even recall when they asked about it the second or the third time because the shit keep changing. That's how everybody knew this motherfucker's lying. Exactly. Somebody's pants is on fire. What's the message for it? What else? Anything else from the stack? Yeah, somebody's aware. They're aware that it's harvest time. Everything that you put out is coming right back, and they can't stop it. They want to, but they can't. Kind of like karma saying, I want to work with you, but I can't. Bottom of the deck. The Knight of Wands, those thoughtless actions. You know? Oh, goodness. And we got the Chariot upside down. And those thoughtless actions is what's prohibiting you from moving forward. And now somebody wants to come with some apology, some old fishy thing, you know. They want to talk about how somebody that they looked up to, you know, was having them, telling them to do this old crazy bullshit, you know. You know how, and they want to talk about, you know, but the thing is your family. Where's your loyalty? So that's why this judgment call is being made. See, this person needs to understand that's why the shit is going back to them. So it's like, you know, you can't, no way and nowhere in no country, no book, and they was doing it. They knew what they was doing. Reckless when it came to this relationship. Reckless, didn't give a shit. Didn't give a damn, didn't give nothing. Really didn't, truly didn't. And they show that over and over again. You see, this is good. I think a test is coming up. A test is coming up. Someone's going to come back in. They're going to try. They want to come back in. They want to talk to you. This is a test. Somebody, well, they want to see if they can rekindle something. They definitely do, especially after you walked away because you saw that they was on this bullshit tip and they was working with this old crazy ass motherfucker. Hey, Earth sign. What's the message? Okay. Yeah, like I said, now that this judgment call has been made because of how somebody chose to handle this relationship, now somebody want to be in regret, and they see that they was acting completely young, like they was stuck in the past as a child or something, you know, whereas here you are, this earth angel, this loving mother, this person that's, you know, on their side. Now they like, oh my gosh, and now they want to go, I gotta apologize, I gotta do this, I gotta do something. Hey, behaving. Now they're like, they gotta do something. What is this? Oh yeah, now they want to act like they trying to step up to the plate. You know? Whereas before they was doing all these tricks and shit like that, but doing all these tricks, playing all these games, not knowing that it was thinking it was gonna break your heart, but their heart is the one that's actually broken. They're the one is sleep up at night, can't sleep because they see you have gone on to victory. You ain't looking back. You done. You know the truth of who they worked with. God showed you. God told you what to do, and you followed suit. So yeah, somebody they upset because this judgment call been made. Now they can sit back and reflect. Now they got hindsight. But all that time that you were sitting here trying to talk to them, trying to get them to, possibly look at things from your point of view and everything. You know why? Because somebody had told them some unkind things about you. They said that you was working with somebody else, or you was doing something with somebody else, or they was like they overheard some people talking. Look at this. There's three of pentacles. You see this person up here, like they over here eavesdropping. They eavesdropping about this woman. So somebody was gossiping, and somebody was sitting here eavesdropping about this woman, and they acting like, well, damn, da, 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 da. And so then that's whenever it confused them, because they just remember you to be like this. But these people who had no business putting your name in their mouth, making it seem like you was some type of hoe, making it seem like you was some type of Jezebel, like you ain't have your life together, like you ain't know what to do, like you was not on a higher spiritual plane and level, and sitting in a spiritual throne, whereas they were not. That's why this person was confused, because they was like, damn. But see, everybody, and then on top of that, they was trying to scapegoat you. They was trying to scapegoat you. It sure was. Because everybody wanted to be against you. Everybody wanted to make it seem like you was the bad, person, but it was them. Throughout it all, you showed courage. You showed strength. Throughout it all, you still made your dreams come true. You still reached your goals, and you couldn't give this person a lot, but you gave this person everything that you could. You was loyal to this person. So why this King of Cups all of a sudden want to be standoffish with you? I don't know. They don't know. They don't know. What's the message? I think that might be the test. The one who you was trying to do so much for, and now they want to, and they were standoffish. The one you had to walk away from, that's the one that's going to come back. That's the one. Spirit's going to test you to see if you're ready. Expect it. I told you. Somebody's coming in because they know that your ships is coming in. They know that your ships is coming in. And so somebody else want to come in too. They want to come in and they want to say, I want to be a family again. But remember, this is a test. You're going to have to tell them, no, you got to go be by yourself. Do you some good 10 years. Like you gave me 10, 15, 20 years of hell. Give me 10, 15, 20 years of peace. And once you get yourself together, then you can try and come back. But until then, I'm going to remain single. I'm going to do whatever I got to do, whoever I want to do it with, and as much as I want to do it. Shalom. Hey, Tasha, how are you? Yeah, somebody, they know that you completed this cycle. They know that you closed that door. They know that you are getting your wish fulfillment. And they see you for the strongest person that they know. They didn't know that you was this ferocious on the inside, that you was just this strong, this courageous. They didn't know that you could stand up, that you could take on the entire army by yourself. This person sees you now as the ultimate happiness, as that ultimate family, that this person knows that they fucked it all up. I sure do hate it when that happens. What's the message? What's the message? Yeah, somebody's looking at you. They're looking at you, and it's like they seeing you like giving to others, doing for others. They see you still being who you are, and not skipping a beat. And this person's thinking about how they held back, how they felt like you didn't even deserve that. They wanted to give you pennies, all because of them hearing some fucking vicious and malicious lies that weren't even true. Somebody wants to travel towards you. They really do, but they're not sure. They're so brokenhearted. They don't know what to say. I mean, what do you say to somebody that, hey, I've been really dogging you, talking about you, bad mouthing you, calling you out your name, telling the whole world that you was this type of person when you really not. But having people shun you, having people turn their back on you, not want to talk to you, not want to deal with you, having it so that you was completely alone, completely left alone. What do I say to that person besides the truth? And that's what scares this person. That you already know the truth. The part that hurts this person is the fact that you would still give them unconditional love, but tell them you can't be around. Like you can love them from afar. Give them an opportunity to work some shit out. Give them an opportunity to get out all that pent up anger, so whenever they can come back a lot more mature, a lot more even keeled, a lot more using that heart chakra. Being able to use their own brain and not rely on the brain of somebody who's a liar anyway. See, this person realizes that they chose wrong. They should have chose you. They should have chose you because not only are you a good mother, are you a good provider, good wife, good this, good that, good with your money and everything, but you're very intuitive. You're very enlightened. And see, this is what this person is now seeing, that they missed that part. That they could have missed a whole lot of headache and grief had they just wanted to listen. But they never wanted to listen to you. They never wanted to listen to you. Because they were told that you weren't important. They were told that you were stupid, that you didn't know anything. They were told that you wouldn't be able to make it. They were told that they would be shocked if you made it past a certain age. They said so much negative shit about you. And now somebody's scrambling, trying to clean it up. Trying to clean up all those lies because the truth is coming out. And it's about to get them trapped in that web of their own lies. Karma's about to hit this person who started the lies. Because this person is already trapped. This person already sees that they are trapped. Because they was already talking about, gossiping about some shit that they had no business gossiping about, because they didn't even know shit about it. Ain't that the funniest? didn't know a motherfucking thing about nothing. All they knew was what they asshole told them, which was nothing. This is a lesson. Yes, it is. Thank God. Be thankful. This is a lesson for somebody, for a few people. It's a lesson to somebody to keep your motherfucking nosy ass to your fucking self, bitch. Is male or female, don't make a difference. And it's also a lesson for somebody that, you know what, be careful who you try and leave and leave out in the cold. You know what I'm saying? Be careful of who you leaving out in the cold, because that might be the only person who got the matches and the firewoods to keep you warm. So, anything else from this deck? Yeah, I feel like a test is coming. I do. Yeah, somebody's going to be traveling towards you. They want to see you. And not only do they want you to see you, but they really don't want you to concentrate on that whole snafu. They're like, let's not talk about it. Let's just put it behind us. Let's just carry on. But still, they have not changed. It's still the same person. It's still the same person. They still got the same game going on like they always did. You know, reckless abandonment like they've always been doing. You know, still, you need to just protect yourself. Keep your distance. Stay to yourself. Don't share. But you know what? This person is still going to try and do something. They're going to try and create something. They're going to try and conjure up something, because they're going to be upset that you're not going to take the bait. But it's not going to work. It's going to backfire on them. You can't make this shit up. That shit backfires on them big time. See, some people like a really soft ass because they got a really, really, really hard head. You, Spirit wants you just to stay to yourself, remain in your Empress energy, and protect yourself, defend yourself. Just do what you got to do for you. Then you hear communication of this person working on themselves. You'll get word. You'll start to hear, and you'll know whenever their their debt has been paid. You'll hear, because you know what, this person is going to want you to know about how they're working past, you know, whatever they're having to go through, and they're going to have to go through something because they tried to put you through it. Like I said, they're going to want you to know about how they're going through and what they're getting through. They want you to know about their journey, and especially how they're healing. They want you to know that, you know. What's the message, Spirit? Anything else in this deck? But it's going to be it's going to take time for this person to build themselves back up, because really they're going to have to go through that dark night of the soul and put some things to rest. They're going to have to be truthful to themselves about some things, a whole lot of things. And then on top of that, they're going to have to send out some type of communication with some type of apologies or whatever, trying to smooth some ruffled waters, some rough waters. They're going to do this because they know they're going to have to do this just to get on the right side of God, because they know what they try to do to you does not make any sense. They had to look at themselves like the monster that they had become. And even they were ashamed. Hey, Diane, how are you? Even they were ashamed. Yes. Thinking they was master wizard, master magician. They's going to conjure up this, they's going to conjure up that. Yes. This person had to really look at themselves to see who were they. And then on top of that, not only that, but this person had to look because guess what? They had a son. And it ain't that something whenever what you do to one, to yours, somebody does to you. Mm-hmm. Same. It may not even have been a son. It could have been a daughter. I don't know who. However the shoe fits. What is this? Mm-hmm. Now somebody's holding back. They holding back because that stuff that they was working on, something that they was working on. Yeah, this is that they've been working on some stuff from a long time ago. They've been working on you for a long time, and they've been waiting for this shit. They've been waiting for this shit to take hold. But it hasn't, because every single time they try something, you've always healed. They've been working on this shit for a while. Yes, and they thought they was about to get their wish fulfillment. They did. But it came back on them. Got to be more careful. What's the message, Spirit? Yep. Hierophant. There's something about some type of commitment. I feel like somebody's making a commitment to work on themselves. They're making a commitment to work on themselves, and they're going to stop wearing rose-colored glasses, stop acting like they don't see shit, stop acting like they don't know shit, stop being afraid to speak up, stop, a whole bunch of negative shit that they see now is what got them where they at now. A whole bunch of shit is where it got them where they at now. Now this person says they need to stop that bullshit. Yes, they do. Bottom of the deck. The Chariot. Somebody wants to travel to you. Spirit is moving you forward quickly, baby, honey. Let me tell you something. Holy Spirit is moving you forward quickly. Okay? You like being like, what that thing? The slingshot. Yes, especially since you was protecting yourself from this broken heart. You knew what time it was to protect yourself from this broken heart. You knew that this person was lying on you. You knew that. And there was nothing you could do about it except you knew that this person was lying on you. You knew that the reason that you felt left out in the cold and separated is because that motherfucker was lying on you. But you also knew that your ships was coming in one day. You didn't know when, but you knew that it was coming in one day. And you knew one day it was going to be your turn. Now all this shit that people done said and did, it's not working. It's not working because you know what? You creating your own magic. You putting in the spoken word, baby. Your actions are speaking louder than your words, okay? Yes, people are seeing you for exactly who you are. They are seeing you for the shining example that you are. And now somebody looking stuck on stupid, like people are like, yeah, you didn't see this? This is your family member. This your best friend. This that you didn't see them. You didn't see that. Now, so like I said, now somebody they see that you're on your come up. Now they want to come back up. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. What's the message, Spirit? Because they didn't think that you was gonna be able to do it. They didn't think that you was gonna be able to make it. They thought that if they left you, you was gonna fall. You was gonna fall quickly. You was gonna be like destitute in the street and everything. And they was walking around telling everybody, give them a week. They'll be back. They can't make it without me. They can't do nothing without me. Shit, they can barely read. So they can't do nothing else. So somebody was sitting there just gossiping and everything else. I'm telling you, doing the most amount of gossip possible. The most amount of egregious gossip possible. I mean, damn. Damn. What's the message, Spirit? What's wrong? What's wrong with this person? There's something that's wrong with this person. They got issues. Issues. And if they didn't, they got them now. Because a judgment call has been made. Everybody see that this person is a fool. Everybody see that this person is a fool. But on top of that, a judgment call was made because you decided it was you planned. You said, I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. I'm out. And you decided to leave. Whether you just left everything and everyone and started a brand new beginning. You may not have known exactly where you was going, but you knew you was going somewhere, and you knew wherever you was going was going to be a sunnier place. And yes, that is the truth. Wherever spirit is leading you away from chaos, it's definitely going to be sunnier. And see, somebody at the person who thought that you was not going to be able to survive without them, they shocked. In fact, they're the ones who's finding it hard to make ends meet. Ain't that funny? It was supposed to have been you, but it's them. See, they was listening to somebody who did not have their best of interest at heart. They was listening to somebody they thought had all this money, only to find out that motherfucker was lying. He was coming with his own little fishy scheme, his own little devilish ways. See, so spirit had to allow somebody to go through a cycle, just like you went through an old cycle. Whether yours was a 7-year cycle, a 10-year cycle, a 20-year cycle, a 30-year cycle, you went through a cycle, and spirit's getting ready to put that person through that same cycle. And at each level they get, spirit's going to tell them, go ahead and rest a little bit. Here you some water. Don't drink too much. You don't want to get a stomach cramp. But now we are on to the next one. You thought that one was tough. You thought you wasn't going to be able to survive that one. Shit, you're going to see this. That one was just a baby. Wait till you get to level 14. Shit, you got 65 more levels, so don't get tired now because you didn't allow the other person to get tired when they was tired. You wanted to be the 8 and you wanted to fight them. So now I'm the 8 and you fighting me. We ain't tired because you said you tired. I'm not tired. You tired? I don't think we tired. I'ma still flop your ass all around this damn cage. And that's gonna be justice. That's what your ass get. Next time, whenever you get your ass up out of here, you gonna know whenever your ass hit the motherfucking streets. I better not give nothing to nobody that I don't want coming back around to me. Or something like that. I don't know the exact words, but paraphrasing. What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? And I don't see why it was so hard to even I'm thinking that's like common sense, common sense. But I'm telling you, somebody getting ready to come back around because they see you about to get that Skrilla, that serious Skrilla, that screaming Skrilla, that Skrilla that make you be like, the whole personality change. Before you be like driving in the street, somebody cut you off, you be like, hey, now you got that serious thriller, and you be like, whoa, what was that? And your driver be like, oh, madam, that was such. You be like, oh, okay, well, Benson, just chill. They'll wait for me when I get there. Whole demeanor changes. That other person, they are so upset that they said all this negative shit about you because all that shit came back up to them. People was asking them left and right. I thought you said this. I thought you said that. I thought you said this. I thought you said that. Because when we looked at her, all we saw was this. All we saw was this. And you didn't even want to get to her? Wait. You had that person defending themselves and then still was talking bad about them? What's the message? Yeah, this is a test. All that shit. Everybody's looking at you too. Confirmation. And they're wondering, you know what? Nobody really knew that you was that in tune. People are looking at you differently because they're wondering, do they know what I was thinking about them? Because at one time I was feeling a little, I wonder if they knew that I was thinking I did not even like them shoes. And I said, oh, she just so tacky. I wonder if they know. I don't want to call and say nothing because then that make me look guilty. But maybe I'm going to get Harrietta to call. Be like, hey, girl, do me a favor. Confirmation. Call Tracy and be like, hey, where you get them one shoes at? See, somebody, and it's fucking people up. They don't know what to think. They don't know if they should call you, if they shouldn't call you, if they should preemptively apologize just in case you was feeling their energy on any particular occasion. They don't know what to do. They don't want to jump the gun, but then they don't want to look disrespectful because they definitely don't know about you. They're concerned and they're curious. They're really curious, but they're kind of concerned too because they definitely don't want it to turn out to be no like Carrie situation. You know what I'm saying? But she had just had her last spill when they put that pig's blood on her, and she was like, "Oh, y'all want to do this like that?" And I had curled my hair too, because my hair was straight and straight. I curled this shit, and I got out the house with my crazy mama, and I had to spend money on this. Oh, pig's blood. Watch this. Blank. The whole barn turned into fire. Everybody was like, no. She was like, how is pig blood looking right now? How I look now? How you like me now, motherfucker? How you like me now? Oh, I see you over there. Oh, look at you. Fire. Yeah, she was getting it. So they don't want to do that to you. They was like, no. Let's be a little more gentle. Because we don't want to do nothing that's going to upset us or especially her or him. Somebody's upset. They feel like they pressed the release button a little too soon because they did not know that God was going to make this proclamation over your life that you was going to be the next trillion billionaire, trillion, million, billion, trillionaire. And they're like, but wait a minute. I mean, I ain't mean all that shit I had said. You could never see, that's the thing about you. You could never take a joke. You could never take a joke. You know I was joking. You know that's just how I joke. Stop. You know how I joke. Listen, Linda. Listen. It's like, no, you know how I joke. It's like, this is not fair. This is not fair. Yes, it's very fair. It's very fair. Somebody has to think of a new way to joke. They have to get funny next time. Hey, J. Mike. Hey, Kabinda. How are you? Yeah, they're going to have to be funny next time because they sure wasn't this time. What's the message? Anything else? Yes. Telling you, the truth hurts, baby. Karma. And that's the truth. Somebody is definitely getting some karma because you know what? They chose not to show any love, no compassion, no empathy, no kindness. Somebody was cold as ice, baby. And we ain't talking no regular ice. We talking that dry ice. That shit that'll burn you because it's so fucking cold if you touch it with your hand, okay? Somebody was cold as dry ice, okay? Cold as dry ice. They gave you the smallest amount and was very stubborn. Never wanted to see nothing your way, didn't want to compromise, thought they knew it all that shit. All of it. But then they want to come towards you when they hear that you about to get some money. Now they want to celebrate. Now he want to be like, hey, let's put on Kool and the Gang and let's dance to celebrate good times. Somebody and wait, gonna be confused. Gonna be confused when you like, hold on. Back up, player. You making me nervous. Back up, player. You making me nervous. What you got to come all the way over here? A hug? What you trying to hug me for? You ain't hugged me for so damn long. What you trying to hug? Just back up. Just call me on the cell phone. We can talk then. You ain't got to be in my sphere. See? Now they feel awkward because they know you don't trust them. Before you was trusting them. You didn't have no, you was like, hey, this is my password. This is here's the extra set of keys. This is where I keep my extra set of card keys. The safe code is this, and blah, 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 blah. ADT, this is the password, blah, blah, the safe code, word, whatever. You're doing it. Now you had to go through the whole thing of changing every fucking thing because you don't trust that motherfucker. Because they decided to be untrustworthy. Because they decided to stab you in your back. Because they decided not to be loyal. Because they decided to be a Judas to you. Then they want to come back. To finish it? Is that what the plan is? Like, yeah. What are you coming back for? To finish it? And now you worried? Now you concerned? Now you can't sleep? Is that because I know the truth? Is that because the truth has set me free? Is that because maybe you're getting some karma? Is that what it is? Is that what it is? All those lies that you told, all that shit is coming right back? Is that what it is? I don't know. Is that what it is? Is it that you're trying to throw some black magic at somebody who was standing alone, didn't think that they could protect themselves only for that shit, trying around and do a reverse double Jedi mind trick back on your ass? Did you think that was that? That no. Okay. Well, I don't know. These are just suggestions. These are just throwing them out there. I don't know what it is either. Just throwing it out there. You know? You don't know, I don't know either. What's the message, Spirit? Thank you. There's somebody, they really want to be healed now. They really do, because they see you about to get your wish fulfillment. And they know about all of it that you're about to share with them is a zilch, and a zero. Because until they can get rid of that negative, that dark entity that is attached to them, until they can end that shit and get on the good foot, you good. What's the message? What's the message? Somebody see now they couldn't fuck with you. They didn't know you was that. They didn't know you was a spiritual warrior. They didn't know you were so strong in battle. They didn't know that them fucking with you and you having to teach them a lesson was just like you being this big ass lion and they was just a little piece of dust. I mean, it was like nothing. Shit, you've been through worse. Shit. How do you think they? How do they think that you got where you at now? See, this person is starting to realize this. Shit is starting to add up. Shit is starting to add up. Now they got an extra. Now somebody want to look at you different. Now somebody want to look at you differently. Now they want to clear up all the shit that they done said about you. They want to, no. You must have misunderstood. I did not say so-and-so was a hoe or a bum. No. All that said was, watch, because so-and-so could really throw and they can really hum. That's what I said. Clean your ears out. That's what I said. Why? You thought I would say that? No. But see, they don't. They know you know. And they know you know that they are so sad. They know. And they know that you know that shit is coming back on them. They know. And they know that you know that the person who did all that shit, they know that shit too. And not just who did it, but the fact that was trying to train somebody else to do it from a young age too. And both of them getting fucked up. Both of them are stuck. They made this pact. They made this pact to cut you out for money. But guess what? God said, you know what? I'm going to take this little bag right here and it's going to debo that shit. And ain't shit they can do about it. Because when God debo it, he like, I'm going to take that chain. And he putting it on himself and that's it. That's it. It's a wrap. They ain't going to be able to get that shit back. Whatever they was trying is not going to work. No, damn, I didn't see all these cars that flipped over. Not going to work. Oh, wait, I must have not put these back right. Sorry. Oh, I just the whole damn deck. All right, let me try this again. Okay. Yes. See, now they feel left out in the cold because they could have had everything with you. But they chose to leave you out in the cold, not knowing that they was going to be the ones that was actually left out in the cold. because you left. You left and you took up house somewhere else. You was doing something else. You was like, bye. And now this person is thinking about their actions from the past, not just their actions from the past, but how long they started doing that shit. Yes, indeed. I'm telling you, it's repeating itself. Let me see if I can mix it up. Oops. Do one more. Yes, Mama. Okay, just a minute. Hold on, y'all. Let me put her in the backyard. Okay, come on. Let's go into the backyard. Come on. This way. Girl. Girl. Baby. Yes, girl. Sorry about that. Thank you so much. Hey, Scott, how are you? So, yeah, let me see. Okay, let's see what else. Anything else there? They know they did too much. They hurt themselves thinking they was being sneaky, lying about you, but they didn't realize that you already knew. You already knew they was lying. You already knew they was lying. See? That's what they get. That's what somebody gets. Okay. Bottom of the deck, 10 of inspiration. Yeah, they are feeling it. Because they're like, there's no way I didn't see this. There's no way I didn't. Why did I? You know how you do that? Oh man, why did I do this? Especially whenever you're really going through it. Why did I make this decision and not that decision? Why did I do this and not that? Why did I say this? And that's what somebody's feeling like right now. Yeah, they thought that they was getting ready to have this new start. They thought they was going to have a brand new start just by crossing you out. Now they see that crossing you out, that broke their heart. Because guess what? You saw it. You spoke your piece. You knew what the fuck was going on. You was not confused at all. This person wanted to confuse you. You was not confused at all. You let them know you the one that was confused. So you took your space, your distance, started loving on yourself, and you was good. Yeah, somebody gonna sit there. Oh, it ain't what you think you saw. Even though you saw this, yeah, you didn't really see all of this. Whatever. What else, Spirit? What else? Anything else? Oh, okay. Somebody wasn't willing to give up, boy. They didn't want to quit. They did not want to quit. They didn't. And now somebody's going to try and send some type of communication because they have this wish fulfillment. They want this dream to come true. They hoping that you help them out here because maybe They going through something, you know. Their money is going down. They was at the 5 of Pentacles. Now they're at the 4 of Pentacles. Something is going down. They need some help right now. They need a little assistance right now, because tell you, this karma's coming in. This bill collectors is calling, and somebody is understanding it is because of the bullshit that they tried with you. Things are becoming very clear and apparent. It's the bullshit that they tried with you. All the bullshit that they tried with you is what got them in this position. Stuck. Heart chakras closed. Hanging with the wrong crowd. Yes, indeed. Oh, well. What do you do? Gotta learn somehow, right? Because if you won't heed sage advice, what do you do? Yeah. Somebody's wishing. Now somebody feels like they're isolated and alone. You know, maybe at home, maybe they live alone now. They're home alone or something, but they feel isolated. They feel left out. They feel the same way that you felt. The same way that you felt. Like everybody else is over here and they're being ostracized to be over there. The exact same way you felt. They're thinking about that. See, that now they say they should have stopped listening to all this gossip, all this chit chat that was going around. They should have stopped listening to that. And what they should have done was investigate for themselves, so they could have made their own decisions and closed their own cycles, instead of listening to somebody who was telling a lie, who was trying to make it seem like somebody was just, you know, out in the streets all the time, partying, looking for just people with money, and didn't want to settle down, and this and that and the other, you know, and then like I said, made a deal with somebody. Leave that person and I'll give you this money. Hola, Marcia. And so that person thought, well, I'm going to get this money. Because if this is just that type of person, oh, don't nobody like that. I'm going to get this money. Only to find out that the money was monopoly money. Wasn't even real. And by the time this person was going to get some, it was only going to be like $8.93. Spirit said, watch me work. Watch me work. Let me show you. Let me show you what happens whenever your transgressions come to light. Let me show you what it is whenever you choose to be a secret enemy towards this Empress. Let me show you what it is whenever you try and get somebody, get them stuck trying to take control of them. Let me show you what that's about. Spirit said, and I can only show you better than I can tell you. And that's the truth. So somebody's in there. Show me stage. Stage. Not stage. Stage. Anything else? And they may be in Missouri, because I said show me state. And that's a show me state. Mm-hmm. Anything else, Spirit? No, I guess that's it. But yeah, somebody is stuck. They're stuck where they wanted you to be. This is where you're at, and this is where they're at. Stuck where they wanted you to be. Stranded. Up a river. Wait, what is it? Up the river without the paddle. Yeah, up a river without a paddle. All right, y'all. I'm going to leave it right there. Go get my dog. Yes, Marcia, we do transmute. For sure. All right, I'm going to get my dog. She's out back. She's starting to freak out. She don't like to be out there by herself. She loves for me to be out there to keep her company while she's wilding out. So I'm going to go let her wild out until she's ready to go to sleep. Thank you so very much for joining me. I appreciate y'all so very much. And I will see y'all tomorrow morning. Okay. Have a wonderful evening, and I'm praying for everyone. Good night. Bye now.